are you just going to love it? And I go, actually, I love working 14 hours a day. I hate commuting 3 hours a day. That sucks. But, I really love what I do. But she's right. 14 hours a day, one person at a time. Ask these doctors, if you were able to provide them with a bigger vision, if you could help them address a bigger audience, wouldn't that be wonderful? Because not everybody's so sick they need to walk through your office. What about all those people out there who might be sick someday, but aren't so sick today? We live in a society where our healthcare is reactive, not proactive. And this reactive healthcare is only going to help you when you're circling the drain. And even then, you have to really be circling the drain before you get the official diagnosis, so the insurance companies might help you pay for this dire diagnosis that you've been given before you die. And, that doesn't work for me. So if you can ask your docs to step away from themselves and see if they can address a larger audience and help people who aren't even walking through their doors yet stay healthier, have a better choice when it comes to what you can provide them. Because everybody wants to be able to have something fast and easy. We want our egg whatevers. We want our croissants. We want to be able to stop at the fast food next door and pick up something because we're just going to go, be busy. And did anybody ever see Super Size Me? Where after 3 weeks, the doctor says, I don't know what you're doing, but I think you're dying, and whatever it is, you should stop. That's how long it takes to become unhealthy in this world, and you don't have to. So there are a lot of products out there in the market. But what does Arbonne offer that a lot of other companies don't? First of all, it's been around for 35 years. That's huge for somebody like me who's approached every other second by somebody who wants me to carry a product in my office and distribute it to patients and be part of their team. But, I had recently had a girlfriend do that to me. And guess what? Her fabulous program that and by the way, I have an appointment with her next week because we're going to try to get her on board. Her fabulous company where she was like top of the echelon, she's pulling in $40,000 a month. It went bankrupt. And it all disappeared. So then she showed up, and by the way, she'd give me all those products 6 months earlier, and they sat in my drawer. And then she goes, get rid of those, because I've got a better company. And I went, This brand new company is 2 years old. And I appreciate getting it on the ground floor, but guess what? You can tell your docs, you're getting in on the ground floor. We're only in 5 countries. You guys have heard all of that rhetoric, and it's good rhetoric. This is true, and you can share that information with them. But when you talk about product knowledge, when you're talking to your doctors, give them a little bit more of a wise. Because I got to tell you, a lot of the medical professionals out there don't know diddly about why not gluten, why not soy, why no grains, why no milk products. Why don't they do that? So it's okay to tell them that gluten is the devil. It really is. It is a cheap filler cereal type of thing, and nobody digests it well. Whether or not you have symptoms that you even recognize is up for grabs, but at the end of the day, this is not real good food. It was a grass that was meant to be eaten when, there was nothing else to eat, and you might get some nutrients from it if you could digest it well enough if you didn't have problems. But it is not good, and doctors across the world need to be telling their patients, dampen down on that croissant. Seriously. Some of you have heard me say there's nothing I miss more than, a nice hot sourdough roll slathered with brie, and a glass of red wine. But seriously, my blood test on my little body says no, because I value my brain. And part of being gluten reactive was what caused me to have the stroke. 80% of symptoms related to gluten sensitivity have absolutely nothing to do with symptoms you might experience in your gut. They're neurologic. These are your brain fog patients. A lot of docs don't know this. Those of us in functional medicine do, Dr. Bobby Rendon, Dr. Nish LaMarche, we know these things. These are my lovely girls back here. Wave, hi, They know these things, but that's because we're going to seminars and we're teaching seminars every other minute. A lot of doctors out there haven't a clue. And what about this? Drink milk, it's good for your body and bones. Give me a break. It is enriched, it is pasteurized, it is homogenized, it is undigestible globules of fat going through your system. And if you have an allergic reaction to this, it doesn't matter if it's homogenized or pasteurized, if it's raw, if you've got a sensitivity to certain proteins in milk, like milk butyrophilin, remember that, because it can directly cross-react with your brain, and it can make you dizzy, and it can give you headaches, and it can give you thyroid issues. It can look just like a piece of toast that you thought about eating and decided not to. By the time it breaks down into its initial amino acids, share this information with your doctors. It looks the same, and then you get cross-reactivity. So, what can gluten look like? It can look like the glass of milk. It can look like the millet, or the quinoa, or the chocolate, or the spelt, or the sesame. It can look like the eggs. These are things that your doctors should know. So, that's what happens when you get these issues. But what if they could prevent people from getting these issues? If you can pull them off the biggies, which are the gluten and the dairy, you're halfway there right now. And as they start feeling better and better, they're getting healthier and healthier. And now, the next time Tommy or Lucy gets a little cold or a cough or a flu, who are they going to call? They're going to call the doc who helped get them on a better eating plan. And this is simple, and it's easy. They can do it themselves. The patients, they can do it themselves. They can go online. They can order them. And all the doctor has to do is provide the vehicle. Okay, but how do you do that? Okay, so I'm busy. And I got patients coming in all day long. And this follow-up thing, you're absolutely right. 12 o'clock at night, I'm laying there answering emails, clicking, answering texts. Oh God, okay, and then the alarm goes off at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm doing it again. I roll over, the first thing I do is pick up the phone. My husband says, "What are you doing?" I said, "Honey, I'm answering emails and texts." And he goes, "Really?" I go, "Yeah." So, what about the phone calls that I haven't had time to make? Or the follow-ups I haven't had time to make? Or how about training my staff, which I haven't had time to do? In fact, I don't know how to. If you are going to pull a medical professional into your team, you got to be there for them. You're going to be their partner, and you're going to be their personal assistant until they finally get it and can help you be where you need to be and allow yourself to be. Did I hear the word duplicatable? I did. But trust me, we need help. Our brains are taking care of people all day long, and if we're not having that help, and I know that part of the training is the hand-holding to the nth degree. And Keitsia Hartstein, I must say, she has handheld to the nth degree, and we couldn't have done this without her. And if Keitsia wasn't there to handhold, Donna was there to handhold. Because they want this faction out there. How can you have a bigger vision? How can you actually help people more than you can just the one person that you're sitting in front of? You need to get a bigger audience, and you can do that with individuals who see patients all day long. So if you can get them on board and get their staff on board and show them some of the benefits so that they can start to embrace that, that's a huge win for not only you and for them and for all their patients and all their patients' families and all their patients' friends, but we can truly start making a global, much bigger global name for this particular company. Now, a lot of my patients are very, 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 very sensitive to any kind of grain. So people ask me all the time, well, what about the issue of brown rice? Okay, some people can't do the brown rice. But that's maybe 10 or 20% of the population. What about the other 80% of the population? So, seriously, don't say, well, because I can't do brown rice, that doesn't mean the next 8 people can't do brown rice. And Arbonne is constantly reformulating their products and looking for better ways. So you don't give up on something because 1 or 2 products don't work for you. Look at the bigger picture. I'm going to be 60 this year. Wow. Thank you, that was the and I've been using Arbonne skincare for 15 years, and seriously, I truly think it makes a difference. Now, we are what we eat, that's very true, but you are also what you put on your bodies. And just about every doctor knows that if you put something in your body, what's it going to do? Where's it going to go? Well, the liver has to cleanse everything. And if the liver is challenged, everything is going to slow down and look bad. So these are little tidbits of information that you can drop into your doctor's ears and you can share with them. Make it easy for them. Seriously, if you don't make it easy for the majority of doctors, they'll do what I did 15 years ago. Yeah, I'm too busy. But But if my friend back then had said, honey, all I want you to do is share this with your patients. Whatever else needs to be done, I'll take care of it. And I'll train your staff to take care of it. I'd have gone, okay. Because that made it easy for me. I could still take care of my people 14 hours a day and drive 3 and sleep the rest when I wasn't trying to eat something. But make it easy, because that is going to go a long way toward helping get these people on board for you. And then train them. And I mean, Casey's leaving for China next week, and I'm like, ooh, you're leaving for China. But I have Don's number. And she's only going to be gone a week. I know when she's going, and I know when she's coming back, and this is a good thing, because these doctors get insecure. Yeah. But it's okay. It's okay, because we are all going to survive. The other thing that Casey has done is she's trained a couple of my assistants, one lovely assistant. Hello, Miss Rachel, she is here today. And for those of us who are of an age and perhaps aren't real familiar with the Facebook world, and every time I get on Facebook, I have somebody sitting next to me telling me how to negotiate it, because the minute I change a page, I lose my way and can't find my way back. But I'm getting there. I am teachable. I am coachable. It just takes a little while. And that's because it is the top priority. Facebook this week, today. But we'll get there. It's on the list, and we're doing well. Okay, I'm not sure how much time I have left, and I know I was given a fair amount, but I've got 15 minutes left. Okay.
I was thinking that maybe